Welcome back to the DAWGCAST, the only podcast where no pussycats are allowed. Am I right, Oscar? Give me 5 on that. That's right. We're coming to you from the place to be, Berlin, and the DAWGCAST studios. As always, I am your host, Pat Moore Comedy, joined by my esteemed co-host, Ozzy Oscar the Palm. Now, today's podcast takes a more serious note. We pre-record these episodes, so this might be coming out a little bit late, but at the time of recording, the election results for Germany and more widely across Europe have just come in, and sadly, it was big wins across the board for the far right.
Why sadly? What's wrong with the right? I love being right. And going right is a good thing, isn't it? I mean, you ask, how are things going? They're all right.
No. The right, the far right, is a political movement. It's a kind of like a slang term for a type of conservative politics, one that is, often racist and anti-immigrant, something that we wouldn't support. In our family, we support the left.
Yeah, but I'm right pod. And in fact, most people are right pod. It's like 90-10 right pod to left, which feels pretty far to the right, doesn't it? So I guess I'm supporting them. I'm far right.
Oscar, look, maybe you're too young to try to explain this to, but I think I have to try. So, in Germany, the far-right party is called the AfD. Let me pull up their logo. It's right here. You see that? Do you recognize that from when we go outside the city?
Oh, yeah, I do. That's their logo? I thought those signs were advertisements for chew toys. Why do they have a logo that looks like someone made it in Microsoft Paint in 1995?
See? Not looking so appealing now, is it?
And then the A and D are capitalized, but the F is lowercase for no reason? I'm not a designer, but that seems silly. And then they just took the Nike swoosh. They took the Nike swoosh and tried to turn it into an arrow? Maybe you're right. Maybe the left is better. At the very least, they must have a better design aesthetic.
Exactly. But the real issue is their stance on immigrants. They want them out of Germany completely. Ausländer raus. That's their rallying cry.
Wow. They use a slur like Ausländer out in public?
Well, Ausländer actually isn't a slur. It's just the German word for foreigner.
Huh. Sounds like a slur to me. I don't think you can say that in a nice way.
But the point is, they want to kick foreigners, like me, your dad, out of the country. And that's why we support the left.
Wait. So they want to kick you out of the country? But what about me and Mom?
Well, you guys were both born in Germany, so they're not worried about you guys. Although, I will say, they don't love your complexion.
So they would kick you out, and then Mom and I would have the apartment to ourselves? She could just give me as many treats as she wants without you ever saying she's spoiling me?
Oscar, I mean, come on, buddy. That's you're missing.
Okay, you convinced me. Back to my original plan. Then I guess I'm a far right guy. I support the AfD and their dumb chew toy logo. And honestly, sorry about this, Dad, but I have to say it. Ausländer raus!
All right, that's all the time we have for this week's DAWGCAST, a left-leaning political podcast. I have been your host, progressive Pat Moore Comedy, who loves living in Germany and does not want to leave, but also won't learn the language. I've been joined, as always, by my problematic co-host, Ozzy Oscar the Palm. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye-bye.